Welcome to Genic. Imagine this. You're 35 years old. You've been working for over a decade, and yet your bank account looks like it did when you were in college, barely surviving. You scroll through social media, watching people your age traveling, investing, and building wealth, while you're stuck living paycheck to paycheck. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, this could be your reality if you make these 5 financial mistakes in your 20s. Most people don't realize this until it's too late. But here's the good news. You're here right now, and that means you have the power to change your future. Stick with me, because mistake number 5 is so devastating that it could set you back decades. And trust me, you don't want to be playing financial catch-up in your 40s. Let's get into it. The 5 biggest financial mistakes. Mistake number 1, living like you're already rich. Let me guess, you just landed your first real paycheck, and suddenly you feel like a king. You want the latest iPhone, that luxury apartment downtown, and maybe even a brand new car with leather seats that smell like success. But here's the trap. You're not rich yet. The biggest mistake 20-somethings make is lifestyle inflation, spending more just because they're earning more. You feel like you deserve it after working hard, right? But here's a hard truth. Your future self doesn't care about how cool your apartment looked on Instagram. Your future self cares about financial freedom. Let's be real. Do you really need a $6 latte every morning, or do you just like the aesthetic of holding it? If you keep spending money like you're rich before actually becoming rich, you'll always be stuck in a cycle of working just to survive. Instead, do this. Keep your expenses low and stack your cash while you're young. You don't have to live like a monk, but you do need to be smart. Because here's what's coming next. A mistake so common that it silently keeps people broke for life. Mistake number 2, ignoring credit and debt like it's no big deal. Picture this. You're 28 and you finally want to buy a house. You've been saving, your career is taking off, but then you check your credit score. It's terrible. Why? Because when you were 22, you thought, what's the big deal about a credit score? So you maxed out your credit card, missed a few payments, and ignored your debt. Here's the scary part. A bad credit score can cost you thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in higher interest rates. That means you'll pay way more for a car, a mortgage, or even insurance than someone with good credit. Think of it like dating. Your credit score is your financial reputation. And let's be honest, no bank wants to commit to someone with a sketchy past. So how do you fix this? Pay your bills on time. Always. Keep your credit utilization below 30%. Don't open credit cards you don't need. Your credit score is like your financial resume. Build it wisely. All right, so we've talked about spending and debt. But what about the money you could be making, but aren't? Mistake number 3, relying on only one source of income. If your only source of income is your job, you're walking on financial thin ice. One layoff, one bad month, and suddenly you're struggling to pay rent. The average millionaire has at least 7 income streams, yet most 20-somethings rely on one. So how do you start building wealth when you're just getting started? Well, the first step is learning how to make your money work for you. Start freelancing, even if it's just a side hustle. Invest in skills that make you money. Build passive income streams, real estate, digital products, stocks. Diversifying your income isn't a luxury, it's a necessity if you want to build real wealth. But let's talk about something even more dangerous than having only one income stream: losing time. Mistake number 4, delaying investing because I'll do it later. The biggest advantage you have in your 20s isn't money, it's time. Let's break this down with 2 people. Person A starts investing $200 a month at age 22. Person B waits until they're 32 to start, but invests $400 a month. Guess who has way more money by the time they're 60? It's person A. Compound interest is a wizard, and if you don't take advantage of it, you're leaving millions on the table. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to catch up. Even if you start small, $50, $100 a month, just start. And speaking of waiting too long, this last mistake, it's the one that traps most people in financial mediocrity forever. Mistake number 5, not having a clear financial plan. Let's get real. If you don't have a financial plan, you're planning to fail. You wouldn't start a road trip without a GPS, So why would you go through life without a money roadmap? Here's what a winning financial plan looks like. A budget that tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. An emergency fund, because unexpected expenses will happen. Clear investment goals, so you're not just working for money, but making your money work for you. And if you're thinking, where do I even start with investing? I've got you covered. So now you know the 5 financial mistakes that can ruin your 20s. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Because if you're serious about wealth, there's one concept that will change everything: the power of compounding. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Like, subscribe Genic and turn on notifications so you don't miss life-changing financial lessons. And remember, the best time to take control of your finances was yesterday. The second best time, right now. See you in the next video.